Hi, I'm Andy Gupp with the Esri Developer Network team, and this is a short demo to show off some of the cool new functionality for the ArcGIS JavaScript extension for Google Maps. And what I'm going to be showing you is dynamic querying of map layers. Primarily, I'm going to answer the question, how do I query a map layer based on a shape? So if you want to do a demographic study to get population information based on a polygon or tax zone information for a particular zip code, what you would do is you use the ArcGIS query class geometry property. And I'll show you an example and then I'll jump into a live demo. This is the real power behind this demo is it lets you take a point, a line, a multi-point line, a bounding box, a polygon, and you dynamically assign it to a query task through this property. So what is a query task? A query task just takes that geometry and it performs a query operation against an ArcGIS server map service layer, and I'll show you an example of that shortly. So let's jump into the code. Step one is you create a shape, and in this case it's just a polygon with no vertices. We add it to the map, we enable some drawing options, and then we enable a mouse listener, so when the drawing event is done it's going to pass this polygon over to the query task. So step two, drawing's done. This is the real power behind this. It really is this easy, is when the drawing task is done, the polygon is passed directly to the query task as the geometry property. And we're going to enable return geometry true here because we're going to be drawing this information on a map, specify a SQL query, and also some outfields, which are attributes that are going to be returned from that map service endpoint. I'll show you an example of that here in just a second. So we'll go to the demo. Here's the demo application. Google Maps in the background. We're going to draw a polygon. And what this is doing is going out and it's running a query, and you can see a number of different pieces of information were returned. We have the census block information and census point information. We also ran an intersection-based query on the census blocks that are behind this polygon. Turn off the top-level pyramid there. And the real power of this application is in its ability to dynamically pass new properties over. So as you can see there, I extended the polygon, it ran the query again. It actually ran two queries. It did the study within the polygon, and it also ran an intersection on the census block groups. So if I were to bring this back, it would trigger yet another query and it'll update our information. So to wrap this up, I'm going to just take a quick look at the REST service endpoint. Here's the URL that's defined in our code. And what this endpoint does, this is just a description of the information that's inside the endpoint that we're using and pulling back as attributes within the application. And you can see here's the population 2000 data, here's the household information, and so on that we used in the demo. I hope that you found this useful, and go out, try out the API, and have some fun. Thank you.